In this video, we will learn some basic information regarding worksheets. After the video, you will be able to add, delete, rename and rearrange worksheets in your workbook. You will also learn how to add, delete and resize the rows and columns in a worksheet. So let's start. If you remember from the previous videos, a workbook contains many worksheets, and these worksheets are like pages of a notebook. Whatever we do on one sheet will not impact the other sheet. This is where we can find the tabs for each sheet. Let me give you an example of how sheets are used. Suppose you want to maintain performance record of students of standard 8th. So your workbook will be for the standard 8th, and in the workbook you can have each sheet for each subject. So sheet 1 can hold data for English, sheet 2 for maths, sheet 3 for science and so on. In this way, your data will be well organized. Now, it will be more convenient if your sheet name was English instead of sheet 1. It's very easy to rename a sheet. Double click on the sheet name and give the new name. So let's rename it to English. Similarly, let's rename sheet 2 to maths and sheet 3 to science. Now, if I want to keep record of more subjects, I would need more sheets. Adding a sheet is pretty intuitive. Just press this plus icon and a new sheet will be added. Let's rename this sheet as Arts. If you have accidentally added too many sheets, or if any of your sheet contains only junk data, you can delete that sheet by right-clicking on the sheet name and selecting the delete option. But just be cautious. When you delete a sheet, it cannot be recovered. So just be extra sure before you delete any sheet. Now if you want to rearrange these sheets, say you want maths to be the first sheet and English to be the second one. How to move this math sheet to the first position? Again, this is also simple. Just drag and drop this sheet to the location that you want it to be. So let's click on math sheet, hold the click, move it to the position we want and leave the click. That's it. This is how we manage worksheets in a workbook. Now let's see how to handle rows and columns within a worksheet. Let's enter some data in this sheet. We'll have two columns, name and marks. We'll input sample names A, B, D for student names, and we'll input sample marks 80, 82, 85. If you want to add more students, you can add them below this fourth row. But if you want to add data between these existing rows, say you want to add a student C between student B and D. For this, I need to insert a row between B and D. To insert a row, we right click on the number 4 of this row 4 and select the insert option. Notice that a new blank row is inserted at the 4th place, and the row which was earlier at the 4th position now becomes the 5th row. And now we can enter the student C data also. So C student scored 75 marks. Same goes with columns. If I want to insert a column named roll number in the beginning of this table, I need to insert a blank column in the first position. So I right click on this first column and select the insert option. Notice that again a blank column comes exactly at the position where you asked to insert the blank column. The column which was originally at position A now is at position B. Basically, all the columns have shifted to the right. Now we can enter the roll number column also. Roll number, and below it we will enter values 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now do you notice that we cannot see this roll number text completely? You can see in the formula bar that it contains the value roll number, but in the cell we only see roll num. This is because the cell has limited width, and in this width it cannot fit the entire text. So we need to increase the width of this column. To do this, go to the right edge of this column A. When you hover your mouse over this border, you see that the mouse icon changes. Now click and hold the mouse. You will see a thin line highlighting the column border. Now if you move your mouse, you will see this line moving. Leave the click when you think that the width is appropriate. There we have it. We can see the complete roll number text now. However, when we do it manually, we sometimes give extra space or less space at the end. Excel can help us here. If you go again to the right border of this column and hover your mouse over it, you can see the mouse changing. In this position, we can double click on this border. Excel will automatically set the column width to the width required to display the complete text in all the cells of that column. You can see that Excel has set the width so that roll number text is now visible to us. Just as we are resizing columns with the right border, we can resize the rows with the bottom border. Let's increase the height of this first row. Now let's double click on the bottom border of row 1 to set it to the optimum row height. This is how we resize rows and columns. Now let us learn how to delete data in rows and columns. Now deleting junk data in rows and columns is also very simple. We just need to select the row or the column we want to delete, right click on it and select the delete option. So if we want to delete the fourth row, that is the row containing data of student C, we will go to the fourth row, right click, and here you can see that there is a delete option. Below the delete option, there is also a clear contents option. There is a slight difference between clearing content from a row or deleting the entire row. When we delete the entire row, that row is removed from the worksheet and the row below takes its position. But when we clear the contents, the row stays in the worksheet, only the data in that row is cleared. So let's first clear the contents of this row and see what happens. You can see that whatever was there in that row is just cleared. It is just removed, but the row stays. But if we delete this row by again going and right clicking and clicking on delete, you can see that that entire row is removed from the worksheet. Similarly, we can delete columns. We will delete this roll number column, and there you see that we have deleted the roll number column. The next thing we are going to discuss is the option of zooming in and zooming out. You can zoom in on a particular part of a worksheet using this plus symbol at the bottom right corner of the screen. When you click this plus icon, a particular part of the worksheet will look bigger and will be more visible. When you have zoomed in, a lot of data will move out of the visible screen. To look at this data, you can use these scroll bars on the right and on the bottom. Similarly, if you want to zoom out, you can use this minus sign. This will make a larger part of the worksheet visible to you. You can also use this slide bar for zooming in and zooming out. So this is how we zoom in and zoom out from a particular part of a worksheet. Last thing we are going to cover in this lecture is the hiding and unhiding functionality. Often we keep extra data in rows and columns or even worksheets. This data may not be useless. The data may have been used for calculations and we may not want to show these calculations, or the data may not be relevant to the person to whom we are showing our worksheet. For example, we may have an additional column of marks here containing midterm marks. Let's enter this sample data quickly. We will insert a column before this column B, and this will contain midterm marks. Let's enter some values: 42, 45 and 50. And this column C is the total marks. Now if someone is just interested in the total marks column, you can hide the midterm marks by selecting this column, right clicking on it and selecting the hide option. Observe the column names here. There is a missing letter here because there is a missing column here. You can also see the border. The border looks somewhat different. There are two lines between A and C. If I hover my mouse over it, you can see the cursor also changes. The cursor has these two lines. Now if I double click, the hidden column becomes unhidden. This column is now visible. In this way, the columns of data that you want to keep but not show, you can hide them. Similarly, for rows, if I want to hide data of student D, I'll right click on the row name and select hide. Again, if I hover my mouse on the border, you can see this is one type of cursor. If I move slightly down, this is the other type of cursor. The first type of cursor will be used to resize the row, that is to adjust the height of the row. This is what we saw earlier also. We can adjust the height of the row by clicking and dragging this border. But if I move slightly down and the mouse icon looks like this, that is it has two lines, it means that you are trying to unhide a hidden row or a column. So here there is a hidden row. If you double click, it will unhide that row. Similarly, we can hide, unhide complete sheets. The process is same. Right click on the sheet name and select hide. Hiding sheet is a common practice in businesses. Very often, only a sheet containing summary of the data and charts or graphs is visible. Other sheets containing detailed data are hidden. If anyone wants to look at that data, they have to unhide the sheet. To unhide the sheet, they have to right click in this bottom tab area and select the unhide option. Here you will see all the hidden sheets. Select the sheet you want to unhide and click on OK. There is another way we can hide, unhide rows, columns and sheets. This is by going in the Home tab, which is usually the selected tab by default, and clicking on this Format button. Here under the Hide, Unhide option, you will see rows, columns and sheet options. Let's hide and unhide a sheet to see how this works. So when I click Hide Sheet, the selected sheet, which was named Arts, is now hidden. Now if I want to unhide the sheet, I will go to Format, Hide, Unhide, Unhide Sheets. Now select the sheet you want to unhide, click on OK. This sheet is back. With this, we have covered a lot in this video lecture. We learned how to handle worksheets, and after that we covered how to handle rows and columns within a worksheet. That's all in this video. See you in the next one.